the Guardians 2-1.
Well, it was a terrific effort by Romano. Coming in, he got the strikeout to end the 8th. He struck out Kwan here in the 9th. It's the 37th time Kwan has struck out all season long. The Blue Jays managed just 6 hits, but 2 of those hits solo home runs, so they win a tight one.
They needed that one. And how about tomorrow's matchup in the rubber match of this 3-game series? Shane Bieber and Kevin Gausman. You won't want to miss it. Time now for Blue Jays Central. Let's send it to Jamie and Joe.
The official scorekeeper on this kind of thing, but I'm going to go ahead and rank that as one of the most important victories the Blue Jays have secured this year, given where they stood coming into this game, having lost their spot atop the wild card standings, having lost 3 in a row, knowing that Tristan McKenzie's having a terrific year and Mitch White, who started for the Blue Jays, is unknown at this point. I guess that's the best we could use.
Comfortable.
Yes. So, for those who missed the dramatic game here at the Rogers Center, White got into a wee bit of trouble in the first, but this certainly helped. A nice catch by Tapia.
By Mal Tapia making his moves in center field this afternoon.
And this is the way Cleveland plays, right? They reach for base hits and hit the ball on the ground and somehow score.
We saw it yesterday, their first hit, scoring a couple runs. Ground ball, had eyes, and found the outfield grass.
1-0 lead there. Guerrero gets his desire to extend the hit streak out of the way early with a double in the bottom of the first. That hit streak now at 22 games. So impressive. But the Blue Jays couldn't muster much until this. Chapman had a number of big swings against McKenzie. This one on a fastball lands in Timmins and ties the ball game at 1. He's the co-leader in home runs on this team now with 23. The all-Canadian matchup, wonderful to see. Zach Pop from Brampton, Josh Naylor from Mississauga ends on 1 pitch as Naylor flies out to right, and in the 7th, Teoscar does this.
He got 3 straight fastballs from McKenzie, and from the right-hander's point of view, it is 1 too many to the Blue Jays slugger.
Now, Joe, they almost had another run because once Cleveland had gone to the bullpen, Espinal puts this in shallow right field, but what a play here. The throw home, and it initially looked like maybe Tapia snuck a finger in, but it turns out that the call was reviewed and not overturned, so it's still just a 2-1 game. You need Jordan Romano for 4 outs. And boy, oh boy, there was a big strikeout in the 8th, and boy, oh boy, another big one in the 9th, and some loving courtesy of George Springer as he offers some word of advice. He always seems to be doing that to Teo.
It felt like the Blue Jays offense was just on the edge. Something right is happening. It was right at the beginning of the game. Lourdes Gurriel starts off with that line drive to right field, and here's this fastball in. Remember when Quantrill was really burying the fastball? On the afternoon, and just makes you feel like this is a better feel than what we saw last night against Quantrill. So you're waiting for it, but you just keep waiting and waiting, and sure enough, it was Matt Chapman in the 5th inning to finally connect. And he had a pretty good at-bat right there, had just ripped a curve.
And who called this game, Dan Schulman and Buck Martinez are in the broadcast booth.
Jamie, it certainly was. Let's be honest. They needed that one. They have lost 3 in a row. They square up the series at a win apiece. And what a setting, what a pitching matchup for the final game of the series tomorrow. Shane Bieber and Kevin Gausman.
Yeah, 2 of the best right-handers in all of baseball, and Kevin Gausman right now is really throwing the ball very well. He was recently a pitcher of the week in the American League, and you look at the numbers for Bieber, 321 earned run average. He's got 134 strikeouts, and Gausman is right there with him. His ERA is under 3 with 137. What Bieber presents as a challenge to the hitters is he's a 4-pitch pitcher that uses all his pitches very effectively. He mixes them up very evenly. Of course, we all know about Gausman. He's changed his approach a little bit lately. He's using more low fastballs to go with that high fastball and a splitter. Early in the season, he was high fastball, low splitter, and the hitters picked up on it. He's made the adjustment and served him very well.
It will be fun, and we hope you can join us for the game tomorrow afternoon. Jamie?
Dan, we look forward to that one. The team today that used 6 pitchers beat the team that used only 2, as Mitch White, gets the start for the Blue Jays and goes 4 2/3. I guess it'll take some time before we can make a really good assessment of where he stands in this organization, but what did you like?
Well, what I liked is what Matt Chapman just mentioned to Hazel right there. You hear this term all the time. You hear it from managers, for your starting pitcher to give you a chance. What does that mean? Does it mean going 3 innings? No, but what it means is when you leave this ball game, give our team a chance, keep us in it somehow. Are you expecting Mitch White to go 6 innings today? Probably not. Pretty erratic early on in this ball game in the first inning. I think the nerves were probably there, but he really settled in nicely against this Cleveland lineup. And by settling in nicely, it allowed him to be efficient enough after a lot of work in that first inning and a lot of pitches to get into the 5th inning. A lot of help right there from Tapia. But you hand it over to the bullpen. Zach Pop came in and got a couple outs. Zimber came in and got a couple of outs. That bridged the gap. It got him through 6 innings. So now you're through 6 innings, and guess what Mitch White did and all? A little help from Pop and Bass. Or from Pop and Simber, you hand it over to your, quote, leverage relievers. That's Bass, that's Garcia, and that's Romano. After the Teoscar home run, now they've got the lead. And this isn't the first time that Schneider's had to go get the ball and bring Romano in early in the 8th inning. This is a handful of times now. This is an aggressive strategy we continue to see from the new manager in John Schneider. So Romano has to do a little bit more work again this afternoon, but with the game on the line and a runner in scoring position, these are like playoff games right now, Jamie. You have to do it. It was just really a boop single by Naylor that got Garcia chased from this game. But when you've got Romano down there and ready, take him anytime to try to get 4 outs. He did a marvelous job.
Boy, you can feel it now. I know we're sort of in the middle part of August, but the environment here suggests that every single game played,
watch the standings,
regardless of the opponent, is vital, which means tomorrow's is going to be another tense one, we hope. And as Dan and Buck mentioned, what a pitching matchup too. Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays. Shane Bieber, the Biebs, goes for Cleveland. Blue Jays Central, we're going to profile a very good young pitcher in the Blue Jays system named Sem Roberts. You'll see that coming up on Blue Jays Central, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. It is semifinal Saturday at the National